What's going on, guys? Sly here, and welcome back to another Destiny Weekly Reset Guide. Glad you guys could join me on the quest to find out what's new in the world of Destiny. Now, I missed last week due to my work trip, but this week we are good to go. Now, things have definitely changed since the Age of Triumph arrived. Nothing crazy, but I will definitely go over most of them. So, since things just keep piling on these reset guides, let's just quit the chit-chat and get right to it. You guys ready? Alright, it's Tuesday, April 4th, and this is your Destiny Age of Triumph Weekly Reset Guide. So hope all of you out there had a badass weekend, and I also hope that you are continuing to love Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, despite the reviews, I'm absolutely still loving that game. It's immense, intriguing, and full of awesome stories. Let's hope it continues to grow over the next few months. Alright, so as usual, we're starting up here in orbit and checking out the weeklies first, which is where most of the changes take place for Age of Triumph. So starting with the Crucible, we can see a pretty big change here. First, there's only one weekly playlist that earns you the treasure box, and there are rotating playlists underneath that. So our weekly Crucible match this week is Zone Control. 6-on-6 control style match where you hold the zones. Kills don't win the match, controlling the points does. As for the other playlists, we have Clash, Rift, Elimination, Skirmish, and then Rumble Supremacy. And of course, private matches are down here at the bottom. And as most of you know, Elimination will give way to Trials of Osiris come Friday morning. Alright, so next on the weekly playlist, we have the weekly Heroic Story playlist, and last week it was called Earth and Moon. This week we have Mars and Venus. Now that's not the actual name of the story mission, just the locations that you could be landing on. Pretty much means you could be going to any mission within Mars or Venus, although like last week's, I'm sure there are some favored more than others. As far as the modifiers go, we have Heroic, enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. Following that, Solar Burn, solar damage from any source is greatly increased, and then finally Catapult. Grenade recharge rate is also greatly increased. Now remember, you have to start off your Age of Triumph quest with 5 story missions, so doing it with a burn and some solar weapons will help you scoot through it a little faster. Okay, so next up is everyone's favorite weekly Nightfall Strike, but first let's take a look at the modifiers and then we'll see what we're up against. So first up we have the big boy modifier Epic. Heavily shielded, highly aggressive enemies appear in great numbers. Following that, Arc Burn, arc damage from any source is greatly increased. Next, Specialist, special weapon damage is favored, and then Juggler, no ammo drops for your equipped weapon, and then finally at the end here we have Ironclad, more enemies have shields. So before we jump in, if you took part in the Crota raid last week and you were lucky enough to get the Light of the Abyss fusion rifle, that is your new best friend in this Nightfall. With Arc Burn and Specialist on, combined with its short charge rate, it absolutely decimates enemies, guys, especially Hive Majors. But either way, it takes most enemies down in one single shot, so definitely try it out. If not, Plan C or a Faction fusion rifle work pretty good as well. Okay guys, well let's dive in and see who we're taking out this week.
The Vex have restarted their world-eating machine in a bid to restore their Nexus. In time, Venus will be consumed.
And listen to this. Scouts report that the Vex have upgraded the Nexus mine with tech from the Vault of Glass.
Do you need something, Cade?
No, just here to support my favorite Guardian.
The Nexus Mind. I like this one, guys. It's been such a long time since this strike was relevant, and it's actually kind of fun again. Anyways, this one should be fairly easy. Just watch out for the ads at the end, and you'll be good to go. Alright, so back up to orbit we go, and next we're taking a look at the Siva Crisis weekly Heroic Strike, and first up is Epic's little bro, Heroic. Enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive, kinda. Following that, Solar Burn, solar damage from any source is greatly increased. Next, Brawler, Guardian melee damage is increased, and then we have Chaff, player radar is disabled. Now this would be a good time to get your melee kills out of the way for your Book of Triumph, especially if you're using some kind of melee area of effect. It becomes a lot more powerful and kills a lot easier. And of course, that means you get the book done faster. Alright guys, and last but certainly not least, we have the weekly featured raid for this week, and it is of course the infamous Vault of Glass. As you can see, it's at light level 390 with heroic modifier, signaling that it is indeed hard mode. And for the challenges, we have the Templar challenge, and then the quote-unquote hardest raid challenge in Destiny, the Atheon challenge. So first up, just a couple of things that I want to mention. First, for your record book, you need to kill all of the Gorgons. Now, I'm not sure how they changed, but it used to be borderline impossible, or it would take forever to kill Gorgons, because after you kill one, the rest became stronger, and they were super hard to kill for like 20 seconds after another one died. So I'll try to get some guides up tonight when my clan and I jump in to figure all of this out. Also, the beginning phase hasn't changed, and it's actually still at level 29, so piece of cake. And as I went inside to check everything out, I was asked in a message if the old way of doing the oracles would still work. Well, unfortunately, they threw a couple of barriers up. They've added invisible barriers in quite a few places. First, they removed some bricks, so you can't have one person jump down to start it and then jump back up. It's still possible, however, but it just takes a little bit longer to maneuver to get up to where you need to go. Also, if you wanted to keep that one person down there to help with that hidden oracle, you know, where they kind of jump up to the right of the Templar, there's an invisible wall there now that stops you from jumping up there. However, you can get around it by jumping over to the backside, as you can see right here. Now, you might need a Titan to do this with increased height, but the problem is you cannot walk to the edge because of that barrier, so that's something you're going to need to deal with. Also, during Legions, they added an invisible barrier on the top of the far left column that we used to all jump up on and just take them out in safety. Now it's impossible to get up there, even jumping from something higher. They blocked off the entire top of that column. Also, the outer platforms are still within death barriers. However, you can get up here to keep away from the Legions, or assumingly the secret side entrance will still be open to us and we can hide in there. But I don't know that for sure, as I haven't tried it out yet. However, this area I'm showing you right here is kind of a pain in the ass to get up to, and having 6 people, flood this area in one time, it's probably not going to work. So we'll probably have to find another place to hide, or we can just man up and beat them normally. And I think it's going to be a whole lot easier, especially with a tether, storm trance, hammers. That will make things a lot easier. Alright, so with the weeklies out of the way, guys, let's head down to the social areas in Destiny and see what the vendors are up to, starting with the Reef. And first, we'll head over to my girl Petra and then check out Variks. So, Petra, my girl, what is going on? Bounties are up first here, guys, and it's Take the Wanted. Baroness Greyris on Venus. This one, Fire Team, not really necessary. Unless you get into a Taken Archon, then Fire Team, definitely recommended. Following that, Take Them Out, Cosmodrome, kill Taken Lieutenants, and you need to kill 12 within the Cosmodrome. Following that, kill them all, kill 100 Taken. Moving along here, we have Queen's Sovereignty, defeat 50 Fallen in any strike playlist, and then Queen's Harvest, gather 15 Dark Nuclei from Majors or Ultras, and then finally at the end here, Queen's Eye, kill 30 Taken with precision shots. Also something you need to do in the book, so you might as well get something done while you're doing it. Well, precision shots in general. Doesn't have to be taken to complete the book. Alright, thank you Petra Boo. Next, let's take a look at Variks and see what he has for us this week. And as always, I humbly accept your handout, my man. Alright, so let's take a look, guys. Bounties are up first, and then we'll see what the modifier has in store. So first up is Riot Guard. Kill champions in level 41 PoE or the challenge. Following that, Heavy Hitter. Use heavy weapons to kill 50 enemies in level 41 Prison of Elders or the challenge. And then finally, Firefighter. Use solar abilities to kill 30 enemies in level 41 Prison of Elders or the Challenge of Elders. Moving on to the super secret modifier this week, we have Precision Kill bonus. Precision kills will earn you more points. Alright guys, well we're done here at the Reef. Next stop to the Iron Temple and to the Rise of Iron pair, Shiro and Granny G. Alright Guardians, welcome to Fellwinter Peak. First stop, over to Shiro, and then we're going to check on his bounties and class items. So first up we have Together We Rise. Complete public events in the Plaguelands. Now, I'd grab this because you need to complete public events anyway, and why not get 2 birds with 1 stone? Following that, we have, unfortunately, 3 Archon's Forge bounties back-to-back, which, by the way, count as public events, as does Court of Oryx. So, moving this along here, we have Archon's Forge Dregs, complete Dreg encounters, Archon's Forge Captains, of course, complete Captain encounters, and then finally, Shanks, complete the Shanks encounters in the Forge. As for class items, we have the Mantle of Perun for the Hunter at 34 Intellect, 35 Strength, and this one is Tier 12 capable. Next, Yolder's Iron Sash for the Titan comes in at 32 Discipline Strength, and then finally for the Warlock, we have Scory's Iron Bond coming in at 32 Discipline Strength. Alright, Shiro, thank you, my man. Next, we're going to go check out Granny G on the hill, also known as Tyra. Now, she starts us off with Memory of Fellwinter with all 3 stats. We have 36 intellect, 179 discipline, and 129 strength. After that, Memory of Temur, 74-78 discipline strength, and by the way, this is a horrible artifact to use when you're trying the Death Singers challenge for the Crota raid. Trust me, it's terrible. And finally, we have Mantle of Faroon coming in at 100 intellect. Alright guys, well we are done here. Last stop, over to the tower. Now instead of running around to each vendor, I'll just tell you what they are accepting this week, because it is Spirit Bloom for reputation trade. So that sucks, and I didn't want to just run around to show you the same thing. So instead, we'll go check out Zavala and Shaxx. Okay, so next we have the Elite Bounties, and the Strike Elite is up first. Earn a gold, silver, or bronze tier achieved medal. You must get 9 of them. After that, we have Sunrise. Earn a gold tier achieved medal in the Nightfall before time expires. And then our last bounty here is Make a Rainbow. Rapidly earn primary, special, and heavy streak medals. To earn a rainbow medal, you need 10 of those bad boys to complete it. And also grab as many Strike Elite bounties as you can, because you do have to complete quite a few to get your book out of the way. Alright guys, and our last stop today is over to Homeboy Shaxx and his Crucible bounties. And this first one is Back to Basics. Exercise your skill in the Clash match type. We have 7 matches complete, 50 primary kills, 25 assisted kills, and then 25 ability kills. As far as the second bounty, it's a game of Rift. This is pretty much the same as a Clash bounty, instead you need to stop 1 runner. Alright my friends, that does it for this week's Reset Guide. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll get some guides up as soon as possible for the Vault of Glass raid. I cannot wait to jump in and see the changes, as well as what it's going to be like to raid the Vault of Glass at an equal light level once again. It was a beast back in the day, and I'm willing to bet that most people are going to underestimate just how hard Destiny's first raid really was. Anyways, I'm out of here, y'all. Keep an eye out for more Destiny videos coming out of Slide Nation here very, very soon. And keep an eye out on my Twitter or Facebook for all the up-to-date information about Mass Effect Andromeda and, of course, Destiny and Destiny 2. Thanks for watching, y'all. And until next time, this is your boy Sly, and I will catch you all later.